Not very many people really know, but the Great Lakes has thousands of shipwrecks. In Wisconsin, for sure, we know we have 750 historic shipwreck losses. My name is Caitlin Zant, and I'm a maritime archaeologist with the Wisconsin Historical Society. I would say the main goal of what we do in maritime archaeology is to preserve our maritime history and also the history of the United States in general. The ships are quite sturdy, but they've also been underwater for up to 100, 150 years. Our shipwrecks don't disappear over time like they do in the oceans. The fresh water that's very cold actually does a really good job at preserving these shipwrecks. One of the really great things about Lake Michigan that makes it really unique is the fact that you do have fresh, clear water. You can see many times, especially on deep wrecks, 100 to 150 feet. When you are down there looking at a shipwreck, you start to think of all the sailors that sailed on it, or if it was a passenger ship, the passengers that happened to be on it. You can still find pieces of clothing in certain areas, buttons, shoes, and so that really gives insight to the lives of these sailors. There's definitely a little bit of a thrill of discovery. When we go down on a ship, even on a ship that we think we know what it is, there's still always that little sense of excitement that you're going to find something that no one else has seen before.
We're an off-site facility of the Natural History Museum that's not open to the public. This is the skull of a humpback whale. Our collection of marine mammals is the second largest collection in North America. This hole right here is where the eye would have been when it was still alive. We have approximately 5,000 specimens, and that includes dolphins, whales, seals, sea lions. I consider myself the current steward of the collection. I think of the term whale warehouse as kind of endearing. When people come to the warehouse, definitely I think the first thing that is noticed is the smell. It has a musty museum smell, but because of the marine mammals having a lot of oils and lipids, there's definitely a smell of rancid oils. We have jars filled with various kinds of specimens. Oh yeah, this is nice. These are eyeballs. Most people I've warned in advance that, this is what you need to understand the place is like. It's not a tourist attraction. The warehouse has several different functions, and one is to serve as a storage facility for the oversized specimens. But it's also the facility where we actually prepare new specimens. We're part of the National Marine Mammal Stranding Network. We respond to dead stranded marine mammals. And most of what we've learned about these species is a result of studying them closely. We have specimens that have been around for decades or even more. The collection really is of international significance. If you're a marine mammal researcher, you've probably been here. Some of the recent research includes things like global climate processes and how that has changed over time. I'm a scientist and I'm a little bit removed from the emotional aspect of things, but I still appreciate the majesty of these incredibly large, charismatic animals. And it's difficult to not be affected emotionally by the kinds of things that we're studying. Animals that are on the verge of extinction. What are we going to do about that?
Pop quiz. You need some info on the Futalonctosaurus, the Barasuchus, and the Dicynodon. Where do you go?
Wikipedia.
Thanks, Nobumichi.
Oh, no problem.
How do we know what these prehistoric creatures looked like?
Lots of careful research and attention to details.
Wait, how do you know?
I draw them.
Wait, really, all of them?
Well, a lot of them.
This is Nobumichi Tamura.
Hello.
And he's got a pretty cool day job.
I'm working at the Advanced Light Source Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, and my job here is to take care of this machine, this micro diffraction end station.
The what?
Micro-diffraction and station.
Ah. But it's at night and on weekends that Nobu channels this scientific know-how into his dinosaur drawings.
It's called Paleoart.
My bad. Paleoart is an original artistic creation that depicts prehistoric life according to the latest research. Right, Nobu?
Exactly. It's a combination of science and creativity, so I basically read the latest discovery on prehistoric animals. Based on that, I draw them. This is what I've been doing for the last 8 years.
And Nobu's got a lot to show for it. By his estimate, he's published over 1,500 drawings, including some in this book that he co-authored. But it wasn't always smooth sailing.
The first drawing, that was one of a dinosaur called Chasmosaurus, but it was taken out by the editors because it wasn't accurate enough.
That's okay, Nobu. Can't bat 1,000.
Is that a baseball reference? I'm French.
I got it. Not every baguette can be perfect.
We're done here.
Wait, come back.
No, they're never just bones. It's all part of history. It's all part of the world's history. The majority of people don't know we're here. The facility, it's custom made to build dinosaurs. My name's Peter May, and I build dinosaur skeletons for museums throughout the world. I'm the owner, president of Research Casting International. We have 50,000 square feet. We can handle the biggest skeletons in the world. T-Rex, mastodons, allosaurs. We've mounted and displayed and built right around 800 skeletons. In our back room, we have 50 skeletons sitting in crates. When the skeleton arrives, it'll be uncrated, unpacked, and then it'll go into the conservation department. It'll be cleaned and hardened, and any of the old consolidants removed, so it's nice and strong. It comes to the blacksmiths, they hammer out the armatures. Once all the armatures are done, then we go to mounting. All in all, there'll probably be about a crew of 10 that'll handle the fossils. We call ourselves the skeleton crew. We're doing a pair of skeletons right now, the dryptosaurs, and they're probably in one of the most dynamic poses you'll ever see. There's two dryptosaurs like leaping in the air, one on his back, one leaping down on top of it. We built the two big skeletons in the first movie, Jurassic Park. The rearing barosaur at the American Museum of Natural History. For the Smithsonian, we're helping them rebuild all their exhibits, all the fossil animal exhibits. Our job is to bring the old skeletons to life. I think when fossils arrive here, we become the caretaker. Nothing can happen to it. And every person who's handled along the way understands that responsibility. By the time it's finished, it comes out a much better fossil than when it arrived. When it goes on exhibit at the museum, it's going to last for another 100 years.
Guédelon, c'est une aventure un peu folle au cœur de la forêt bourguignonne. Depuis une vingtaine d'années, on a décidé de construire, pour comprendre, un château fort du XIIIe siècle. Le XIIIe siècle en France est une période fabuleuse. Personne n'avait jamais construit dans notre monde contemporain de château du XIIIe siècle. Donc, de la première pierre à la dernière tuile, il va falloir qu'on apprenne. Nous sommes une équipe de 70 personnes, dont une quarantaine qui bâtissent ce château fort. On a annoncé 25 ans et qu'avec cette équipe, rien n'est impossible et les rêves les plus fous sont réalisables.
Alors Guédelon, il est différent des autres châteaux qui sont dans le monde, tout simplement parce qu'il a été fabriqué au XXIe siècle avec des moyens qui, eux, sont médiévaux, avec des techniques qui ont 800 ans. J'ai fait une dizaine d'années de chantier un petit peu partout en France. Alors comparer Guédelon avec ce que j'ai fait avant, ça va être difficile parce que Guédelon est un chantier qui est unique en fait. C'est de la science, c'est de l'archéologie et ça me convient bien, quoi.
C'est un retour dans l'histoire que je trouve intéressant. Chaque petite pierre a été taillée. Chaque pièce de bois a été abattue à la main, équarrie à la main, tracée à la main par une équipe fabuleuse. Donc ça, c'est magnifique. Et donc là, il y a une énergie incroyable que je trouve complètement émouvante.
On a un vrai château en fait, et c'est nous qui l'avons fabriqué. Donc moi je suis quand même super fier de ce qu'on fait, et c'est quand même une super aventure.